Hey y'all, hey, it's me, Vita Sepia Scholar, back with another movie review. Hope this video finds you happy, loved, and blessed. Your girl went out last night after a long day of work, but I had to go see one of my guilty pleasures. I went to go see Beetlejuice. Before I get into all that, if you're on TikTok, make sure you follow, hit the like. If you're on YouTube, hit that like. If you're enjoying the content, hit subscribe, all the good things. But either way, I went to go see Beetlejuice last night, and baby, I was delirious. But I said I'm gonna go see this movie because I thoroughly enjoyed the first one. I tell everybody about it. Why? Because I like dark humor, Tim Burton, all the things, Michael Keaton. So I was like, okay, I was there for nostalgia reasons or whatever. So I'm going to say what I think about it real quick, and then I'll give you a warning of the spoiler, and then I'll really start talking about what I felt about this movie. So the movie itself had beautiful scenes, like scenery. I was so happy when I saw that Danny Elfman did the score. So he did his thing, except in a certain part, because I'm like, Mama, why? The costumes, of course, it's a dark comedy, so the way people were unalived is built into the costumes. You can see how everybody passed away. The characters that they brought back looked really, really good. And on top of that, the storyline was pretty decent. I love the fact how they incorporated the next generation in there, and there was a few things in there that I really enjoyed about the story. There was some stuff I was like, why'd y'all add this? How do we get here? And some of the musical scenes were way too long for no reason. So I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 Smarties. Okay, now that the spoiler-free part is done, you could drop off if you want to, but make sure you leave a like as you are heading on out. Either way, so now we're in the spoiler part. The way the movie started was amazing. They played, the classic Beetlejuice music. You could tell they jazzed it up a little bit. What the story is that Lydia grew up to be a ghost, like pretty much like a ghost hunter type host. She's married to she's dating this very weird man, and they pretty much have her taking pills to make sure that she doesn't see the unalive people that she's been seeing since she was a kid. Nobody believes her that any of the stuff that happened in the first movie happened. And so when she's doing her thing on her show and everything, they're believing her, like the outside folks are believing her when they go into different houses like Ghostbusters, but like her daughter Astrid doesn't believe her. The mom is there, and I love Catherine O'Hara. I love her as an actress. She always does her thing, and she did her thing in this movie. She's still an artist, but she's a big time artist now. She's running a gallery. And one of the first scenes is she had to cancel an art show because the father passed away on a bird watching trip, went down in a plane. The plane crash, didn't take him out. Actually a shark did, so that makes for interesting the way he looks in the underworld. I love how they did that part. If you don't know why they didn't bring the dad back, go Google it. It ain't good. Think of Kendrick Lamar and freaking Drake. But anyways, a minor. But either way, the way they brought him into the movie still with the animation, I loved it. I like that type of stuff. Anyways, Astrid, who is Lydia's daughter, actually lost her father. He was a environmental activist. He got lost in a river, so that made a crazy way how he lived in the underworld or whatever. So in the beginning, people are passing away, like Catherine O'Hara's artist whose show got canceled when they went to go tell her that the grandfather had passed away, fell down a manhole and ends up in the underworld. We find out that Beetlejuice is still doing what he does, haunting people, but now he got a call center with a bunch of bobs, with the shrunken head and the big bodies working for him. And he's down there doing his thing. But what's crazy is Beetlejuice has like a wife. And the way they did this in the movie was you find out that he has a wife because when they're in the underworld, Danny DeVito's playing a janitor and he's minding his business. He hits a box. This lady comes out. She's all in pieces, like cut up, and she puts herself back together and then proceeds to suck Danny DeVito's soul. Why had to be a woman sucking souls? You know how we do. Anyways, Tim Burton, it's ridiculous. But so now she's back to go get Beetlejuice. So Beetlejuice decides that in order for his old lady, his wife, because it turns out the lady is his wife, he married her during a plague, and now she got to get his soul to be immortal. She goes looking for him. Beetlejuice finds out. He already was trying to get a hold of Lydia and appearing to her, making her think that she was crazy. Well, making other people think she's crazy because she knows that he's real. He has to marry Lydia. So that's one plot line. So he's going back to get Lydia. Astrid wants to see her father because he passed away. She blames Lydia for making them not be as close as they were. And she's sad because the grandfather died. So we have this whole sullen teen storyline. The kids at school make fun of her for Lydia being her mom and being weird. All of that. Okay. She's end up looking for a friend, and she finds this dude. She's riding her bike, and we think she's going to be taken out anytime in the movie to get into the underworld because people are just passing away all over the place. And she meets this dude who, when she runs through a fence, and he's living in a treehouse. And remember, she doesn't have any friends. So they have a romantic love storyline with that. So all these things are happening at the same time. Lydia is about to gets proposed to at her father's funeral by that strange man who is just rushing everything. She tells him no, but she didn't want to embarrass him, so she said yes. She ended up getting engaged, and they were going to get married on Halloween. So all this is happening around Halloween or whatever. So Beetlejuice is hanging out in the underworld, and the lady is chasing him about sucking people's souls. So there's a random actor who played a cop in life who's on the trail of the lady who is trying to take out Beetlejuice. The storyline is just crazy and ridiculous, but that's what we're here for. If you're a fan of Beetlejuice, that's what we're here for. So he's trying to get the lady who's after Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is on the run trying to hide from her because he knows that the lady wants to take him out. And it all culminates because what does Astrid do? The dude that she met in the treehouse, who she goes to go on a first date with, turns out to be a ghost who took out his parents and wants to trade lives with Astrid. And he tricks her into going to the underworld by saying she can go see her daddy. They go down there and they go to immigration, which I thought was hilarious that they used immigration. Apparently that's the way that you switched, and there was all types of bureaucracy and craziness down there. Immigration, they swap souls, so now Astrid's about to be taken on the soul train, and that was so random. They actually had like Don Cornelius and the Soul Train. That's how you get to the great beyond. So there was random ass numbers for no reason. But I'll let you guys figure out the rest because I'm trying to make this under 10 minutes. But baby, the story was convoluted. Oh, and you had Catherine O'Hara trying to reincarnate the husband because she thinks she's she buys some snakes and she's an Egyptian queen and she's gonna reawake the daddy. With that being said, the movie is crazy. I'll let you find out how it ends. But I gave it 3 out of 5 Smarties because the dance numbers were too long. There were some scenes that dragged, but it was overall a fun movie. I would definitely go see it, especially for nostalgia purposes. And I was sad that Gina Davis and the Baldwin didn't show up, but he had troubles on his set too. So go check it out. It's a fun ride. But baby, be ready to be about to fall asleep at some points. My date did. With that being said, love who loves you. May God bless you with everything that you need. And the Sepia Scholar is out. But still go check out the movie. It was fun. Bye, y'all.